Hey, you made it over from episode 1. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I am currently recovering from that very special virus that's been going around these past 2 years, so I hope you enjoy my extra deep, raspy voice this episode. Forgot to mention last time, we are working with a budget of $10 million. That is more than most clubs at this level, but also most clubs at this level are not owned by Bruce Wayne. Of course, once we reach the higher leagues, 10 million won't seem like anything at all. Got about half of that budget left. We're going to spend it on some new players, and we're going to beef up our global scouting. So let's get into it. Last episode, we hired a top-notch youth scout to bolster our youth academy. We also need a really good international scouting staff for when it's time to sign established players from around the world. So we're going to start with Alex Ross. There's a guy named Alex Ross available from the United States, and this feels like a no-brainer because Alex Ross has literally never done anything that wasn't great. So welcome to Pennyworth FC, Alex Ross. We're also going to hire somewhat of a controversial scout, Ian Chow Miller. Now this guy was a scout for Chelsea for a lot of years, and he was a really good one. However, he developed a bit of a bourbon habit that kind of got out of control, and it started affecting his job performance, and Chelsea ended up letting him go. At one point, he was arrested, shirtless, inside a comic book shop, ranting about some French artists. I mean, it just got ugly. And as always in these situations, there were many enablers.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
I'm going to take a good sniff and a good taste.
Past couple years, he's been out of the scouting game, just kind of been working on himself. He's even been getting up early and going for walks. I had a conversation with him. He says he's in a good place now. So you know what? We're gonna give him a shot. We're gonna give him a 1-year contract. If he can't keep it together, we say goodbye. But listen, he's got a reputation as kind of a genius, and at $375K, the price is right. So see what happens. Ian's first assignment is going to be in Germany, and we're going to send Alex Ross to France. We plan on signing a lot of international players. We kind of consider ourselves an international club that happens to play in England. No disrespect. Wayne Enterprises has connections all around the world, so we want to be very global. We're heading south to Spain for the European Shield preseason tournament. The games don't actually count, but the money sure does, and it's a chance for guys to win or lose starting jobs. The Luke Fox era kicks off at the home of Valencia CF against a Swedish side known as
Degerfors.
And it's Degerfors who strike first. Patrick McFarland is caught way out of position on this rather simple goal by 34-year-old midfielder Johan Bertelsen, and he's just a puppy at the dog park who wants to be chased. His teammates happily oblige. Look at McFarland bite hard on the shot attempt, which William Pryor blocks, but it deflects right to Bertelsen. Later, some nice defense by bald hero Bradley Randall, stepping in front of his man and starting the counterattack. It ends up on the foot of Tommy Myers, who finds Ben Jacobs for the equalizer. He opts for the head-first slide. 36th minute, a chance for Degerfors, but Edvardsen misses wide. He's going to see that one in his sleep. But check out the delayed reaction here from our boy Austin Rigby, doing something vaguely defensive after the ball is well past him. Bradley Randall, what are you even doing up there? Doesn't matter, he wins the ball again, allowing Connor Mason to send in a cross and a prayer. The defender mishandles it, and Myers says, "If you're not going to eat that, I will." Yeah, it's a lucky goal, but if you put the ball in the box, good things can happen. And this is where I point out, Bradley Randall has played a key part in both Pennyworth goals. Better angle here. The cross comes in, bounces off Eckroth, and Myers delivers an absolute bullet. Pennyworth is up a goal at the half. After some orange segments and Ecto Cooler, it's time to go hunting for an insurance goal. And oh my, where is the defense? Jack Peak finds Mason for a gorgeous header. Not the smoothest of celebrations. Mason gets caught up in the net. He's not quite sure where to run. He settles for a delayed butt slide. It's 3-1. This one's not finished yet. 63rd minute, Bradley Randall gets caught watching. Look who sneaks in behind. It's Bertelsen again. He beats McFarland near post on a goal you just can't give up. Can they get another one? They try with a sweet ball over the top, but this time McFarland is in the right spot. Pennyworth trying to kill the clock here. Watch Bradley wrecking ball Randall sacrifice his beautiful bald head to win this one without actually winning it. Ref blows full time. It's hugs all around for the Navy Blues as Luke Fox gets his first unofficial win as Pennyworth manager. All right, let's try to do some business here and bolster the squad. Our international scouts have been raving about this 19-year-old kid from Norway. His name is Tello Asgard. That's right, Asgard. There's a non-zero chance this kid is friends with Thor. But that's not the only reason we're interested. Check out what he can do in real life when Wigan Athletic actually let him play.
Asgard now makes himself room to curl it in. Oh, what a goal! What a winner! So Asgard with a wonderful strike.
All right, let's get the rep from Wigan in here and hash out a deal for this young midfielder. By the way, if you're wondering where this footage comes from, that's me. I'm there in the office. I'm wearing spectacles from Wayne Tech that have cameras in the lenses. I don't think the other teams really mind. We haven't really had any complaints or anything yet. But yeah, that's me. I'm there in the office, just hanging out sort of in the corner. Or, you know, sometimes I go in for close-ups, which is a little bit awkward. Wait, is this guy bleaching his eyelashes? Is that a thing? Is that a thing people do? It doesn't really seem safe. Huh. Anyway, we agreed to a transfer fee of $1.25 million with no sell-on clause. There's a handshake and smiles, and we have a new club record signing. Tello Asgard is coming to Pennyworth FC as long as we can agree to a weekly wage with him and his agent. They arrive in the office looking very serious. Right now, Tello's making $850 a week over at Wigan. Here at Pennyworth FC, we invest in our players a little more heavily. We're going to give him $2,000 a week and sign him to a 4-year deal. Tello, by the way, short for Thelonious, which is cool because Thelonious Monk, one of the great jazz musicians of all time. Musicians? He was a jazz man, okay? A man of jazz. Anyway, Tello shows off his new shirt to the media, and we're going to get him into the starting 11 right away. Ashworth is out, Asgard is in, and that front line, it looks significantly improved.
Money well spent as far as I'm concerned.
It's match day. We're traveling west to the Spanish capital of Madrid, which is closer to Toledo than I ever imagined. Our second match is at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, the home of an obscure local club who weren't even invited to this tournament. Was the first game a mirage, or can Pennyworth FC keep scoring goals for fun? One thing's for sure, we need to see something better from our goalkeeper. Our opponent today is
Real Sociedad,
a club so big it has a B team, and that's who we face. Pennyworth strikes first, Asgard saves it from going out of bounds, then it's Tommy Myers to Ben Jacobs, and a nifty little flick to the charging Jack Peak, 1-0. Jack Peak is like breakfast. He sets the tone for the entire day. Later, Austin Rigby putting in some work on defense here, attaboy. Sociedad's on the attack, and it's a long-distance shot from John Karakaburu that gets past McFarlane, who can't believe it. The Spaniards celebrate as McFarlane ponders his future. Here's the replay, and it certainly appears McFarlane could have reached this one if he would have, fully extended his arm. But it gets worse for Paddy Mack. His sloppy pass misses Kai short and turns into a gift for Herman Valera, and it's 2-1 Real Sociedad B. Watch it again, he just serves it up for the enemy, creating a 3-on-1. No chance. If McFarlane starts another game, it's because we haven't yet been able to find his replacement. At the half, it's a 1-goal deficit for Luke Fox's squad. The manager delivers a fiery halftime speech, and it pays off. 50th minute, some patient passing by Pennyworth. Say that 5 times fast. And a gaping chasm opens for Tommy Myers. Not even he can miss from there. Seriously, wow. The Spaniards were just not interested on this play. Great chance here for Sociedad, and look who's trying to save his job. It's McFarlane with a nice save on Garrido. Pennyworth seizes the moment. Solid midfield play puts the ball on the foot of Jacobs at the top of the box. He back heel flicks it to that handsome chap Jesse Oakley, and bang! Keep your eye on Jacobs, who handles the pass perfectly and with all appropriate swagger. Absolutely tees this ball up for Oakley, and that's just beautifully done. Sociedad can't muster any more chances, and an insurance goal by Benny Jakes locks up a 4-2 victory for Pennyworth. And of course, fans are immediately predicting Champions League glory under Luke Fox. Pennyworth is top of the group with 6 points from 2 matches. The notoriously fickle football media make it known that they approve of Asgard's performance in his debut, so we got that going for us, which is nice. Time for another signing. Central defensive midfielder is going to be a very important position on this team, and right now our situation is not great. So we've been looking at this kid, Sami Benchama. He plays for a French club called Chamois.
Wow, you'll be saying wow every time.
Now, Sami Benchama here has a market value of 1.2 million. We start the negotiations at 1.25. They come back with 1.7. We say, hey, how about 1.5? But this guy's going to be a real stickler. He wants 50,000 more than that. He wants 155 for Sami, and we're like, whatever. Okay, that's cool. 1.55. Don't spend the extra 50 grand in one place, pal. Sami shows up at the office asking for 2,200 as his weekly wage, and we're like, you know what? We will give you more than that, but we're not going to give you the bonuses you want. We're going to lower your bonuses. We'll give you $27.50 a week. How's that for a 21-year-old? Not too bad, right? All right. And that is 2 club record signings in one episode. If that's not worth a like and subscribe, I don't know what you want. A Mexican club called Gallos Blancos comes in with an offer of 760 grand for Jack Peak, and we're saying lo siento to that. We are keeping Jack Peak. So many of you have probably noticed there's no red indicator over any of the players within the FIFA 22 gameplay. That's because I'm not controlling either team. I use a mod to make the game's CPU versus CPU, and I'm doing that for several reasons. First of which is, frankly, I'm bad at the game. I make terrible passes, I can't defend, I'm just not good, and that forces me to lower the difficulty level, which impacts the action and makes it kind of lame. Trust me, this is more entertaining. Secondly, I doubt anyone is watching this series to see how good I am at FIFA 22. Who cares, right? This series is designed more around the story, who we sign, how we spend our money, how the players progress. It's management focused. It makes for a better story because if Pennyworth is going to win, I have to sign the right players. And if they're not good enough, we'll lose. And I can't save them from that in the moment with gameplay. Thirdly is the variety and realism of the goals that are scored. I did a test of CPU versus CPU and was very impressed by the diversity in terms of the type of goals that you see. In FIFA 22 career modes, we see far too many of the same types of goals, pace-based breakaway type stuff. This fixes that. Against our next opponent, we'll debut the new away kits. We're staying in Madrid for this one. Our opponent, a Norwegian side whose name I will not even attempt. Fortunately, they also go by M.I.F, so we're good. Best chance of the first half, Ben Jacobs off the crossbar in the 10th minute. Later in the first, it's folk hero Bradley Randall doing some sort of wizardry to take the ball away. Just before halftime, a big mistake by M.I.F. The keeper's toss goes right to our brand new signing Benchama. It ends up on the foot of Mason for an easy chip, 1-0 Pennyworth. At halftime, it looks like we've got a shot to go undefeated in the group stage of the tournament. 51st minute, we spotlight Jack Peak. Mason's pass is off target, but Peak doesn't care.
He's like, I'm going in.
Referee says please refrain from doing that again, but no booking. 65th minute now, prettiest play of the whole tournament. The legend Bradley Randall claims the ball as his birthright. He starts a counterattack that features a lofting pass from Peak to Mason, whose cross to Jacobs is on point. One more look, no chance whatsoever for the goalkeeper. 89th minute, M.I.F. splits the defenders and gets one back, but it is too little too late. Pennyworth moonwalks away with a 2-1 victory to remain undefeated in games that don't count. The fans love it though. The media says Benchama had a promising debut. And we're getting $280K added to our transfer budget. Excellent. We made it to the semifinals of the tournament in Madrid, a city that's been kind to us so far. We're taking on Spanish side AD Alcorcón. And let's just take a moment to appreciate how freaking cool that badge is. Alcorcón might be my second favorite in all of football behind Dortmund. Just look how they did the eagle. Look at that. That's so cool. This is everything I want from a badge. In fact, now that I look at them side by side, Alcorcón's ADA was clearly inspired by Dortmund's BVB. It's a bit derivative, but I like the extra touches they've added. So cool. If you've got a favorite club badge, leave it in the comments down below and I'll go check it out. I love discovering new ones that I haven't seen yet. Alright, enough fawning over graphic design, let's get to the game. It doesn't take long for the boys in yellow to notch the game's only goal, courtesy of Lucho Vega. It's a goal Patrick McFarlane will see in his nightmares while he's playing for someone else. Because look at this terrible effort. He is done as our starter. I'm sorry. Here's a quick montage of our missed chances in the game. Myers sends a point-blank shot into orbit. Peak hits the crossbar. Frederick Slater puts one wide. We had plenty of opportunities, just did not capitalize. Alcorcon wins 1-0 and we are out of the tournament. Time to pack it up, head back to England and sign a new keeper. Back in South London, we get news that midfielder Alex Latham has reached his full potential of 54 overall at age 22. Brutal. Our new scout Ian Chow Miller has found an upgrade at goalkeeper in New Zealand. He's a free agent, which is nice because it means we don't have to pay a transfer fee. Stefan Marinovic agrees to a weekly wage of $11,500. He's 29 years old and rated 68 overall. He is definitely a temporary solution at goalkeeper, but he will do. And this is the smile of a man who never has to rely on Patrick McFarlane again. I've seen episode 3 and I can tell you it's going to be awesome. The League 2 season begins and now the matches matter, and our new keeper is thrown right into the fire. In our first cup match, we go to penalty kicks against a team we are not supposed to beat. And our youth scout sends in his first report from France. He's found us a great prospect with an even better name. Thanks for watching, stay safe, I'll see you soon.
I bid you farewell and good luck, morons. Bye.